Alrighty then. For those of you who are in the actual live stream, welcome back. For those of you watching the VOD, I'm probably just going to not include the first part, because the first, I don't know, I think we'd done about 5-10 minutes, and then my internet decided to die. So we haven't actually achieved much. We just selected a new family to join the ranks of the Spartan elite after the Civil War, and it's now asking us about adding a new family, a second new family. We just added a guy who is from the Sparta kid family, so I don't really want to add Demodamus, but we have Demodamus Sparta kid as an option, Lysandridas Hikatacid or Anaxippos Sosiclid that we can add to the great families of Sparta. So feel free, if you've got an opinion on which of the three we would like to add to our noble families, to voice said opinion. Mike is voting for Anaxippos Sosiclid. Because he's the youngest. Interesting. Well, without an opposing vote, I think we will go for Anaxippos Sosiclid. Sosiclid becomes a prominent family in Sparta. So there we go. Now, if we look at the characters, unfortunately the Sparta kids are also being marked in red, like the royal family, the Agiads. But we now have the Agiads, the Euryclids, the Sparta kids, and the Sosiclids as our main families. Ryan, welcome to the stream. So, if we check the sponsored officers, the only sponsored officer who survived, we had 3, but 2 of them joined the wrong side of the Civil War. The only one to survive was Demodamus Therid, and Ryan, it seems that you have become a Demodamus Sosiclid, so you have joined the guy that we just added to the noble families. You are a member of his family now. Demodamus Sosiclid instead of Demodamus Therid. So I'll just change that on the sheet. So we've now got a couple of scorned families. The Sparta kids and the Sosiclids feel like they don't have enough jobs within the kingdom. We have got unused trade routes in our capital, which we may want to address. I think we'll get we'll import some wood because it should improve local tax. We can import them from Phrygia and only Phrygia. Although I think Phrygia are currently in a war. So this may not last for too long. But we'll do it. And then we're going to need to import something else. But there is nothing else to import, apparently. Rhodes is offering us an alliance. Rhodes are down here. They are presently in a defensive league with Miletos and Halicarnassus, who live near them. I feel like Phrygia's probably going to try and eat all of those dudes at some point. Do we want to potentially upset Phrygia by siding with Rhodes, guys? Need to go make a phone call, Mike, no worries. Lyssa's back. Welcome back, Lyssa. How did the quiz go? I don't think we really want to ally with Rhodes. That's most likely going to upset Phrygia. So we will decline that. Still nothing we can bring in trade. Let's bring the Spartan reserve army to the western end of Crete. Where the hell's the Spartan navy? Oh, apparently it's over here. Oh, we got all of our old ships back. Oh, well, I just built a bunch of ships for nothing then, basically. Can we cancel those? Let's cancel building those ships. We're also going to need to try and earn some money here, which we are struggling to do. There we go, that'll do it. We can call down an omen. We are of course going to invoke Apollo Carneus for the national commerce income, since we need it right now. Our ruler is unmarried, but that's fine because he is 77 years old. Our son Leonidas has 2 children, but no spouse at present. Did his spouse die? Didn't we get him a spouse? Apparently 2 of our sons were crucified. Arius and Heracles. I don't know who crucified them. I don't recall even being told. Have I built markets and tax offices yet, Mike? I've built some of them, yes. So we need to get Leonidas married again. There are no available characters in our faction. Let's check Phrygia. We want female from the ruling family. Unfortunately, they only have 1, and she's married. We're not going to be super picky here. We just want somebody who can bear a child, really. Let's put them in order of age. Macedon may well upset Phrygia, but she doesn't have one. Phanostrate Antipatrid. Sparta doesn't like Macedon rather doesn't like us, so we would need to improve their opinion of us. We don't have enough money to buy their opinion. That's not going to be quick enough. What about Epirus? We need a wife. Try Macedon and Thrace. We are. Swinder! Welcome to the stream! Guys, say hello to Swinder. Swinder is new. What about Egypt? Aha! Egypt doesn't like us either. God damn it. Oh, Egypt really doesn't like us. We do not have many options here. There's not very many kingdoms around us. Not what I meant to do. They don't like us either. They're a republic. That's Macedon. Alright, well, I don't know where we're going to get one from, so we'll just keep going. Started the game yesterday, it's really catching, can't stop even if I don't understand everything like how to make money. Yeah, making money is difficult in this game. The best thing I can say is to try and invest in building like markets and tax offices and stuff in your buildings, which you can do down here. Like some of these, like improving your commerce value or your local tax will get you a bit more money. The other thing you can do as well is go to your economy up here and turn some of your expenses down to low maintenance. I typically run my forts, fleet and army at low maintenance until this is green, and then when we go to war I'll put army and forts back up to middle. So you can see if I do that, like it changes that. It's still positive, but the other thing you can do is you can raise taxes if you wish, but those have their own effects. The Italic local power of Siculia is requesting to import olives from the province of Crete. Sure, why not? The people of Mycenae have raised a large statue of our esteemed ruler, Arius I, Agiad. Though the statue is lacking in certain important areas, it would not be taken well if we were to rip it down. If we leave the statue up, let us hope it does not get too well known, as it could be somewhat of an insult to the monarch. What do we think about this statue, guys? Leave it up, you ungrateful turd. We are grateful. Very well. We shall leave it up. Our navies we can probably just merge into one, I think. And we can appoint an admiral. So let's see. Apparently the most appropriate person by martial skill is actually Demodamus Sosiclid, Ryan. So would you care to be appointed Admiral of the Spartan Navy? Kydonia is a republic, Mike. If I have a slow reply, I'm also playing a game right now. No worries, Lissa, what are you playing? I will be glad to be back on the sea. Demodamus Sosiclid has been appointed head of the Spartan Navy. Let's see if we can get any more imports yet. We can. Food capacity, population capacity, army maintenance. You know what? Let's import some salt from Phrygia. ship damage. Don't really care about that. Light infantry offense, that might be useful. Let's import some base metals. Why not keep it? Well, we'll import those from Egypt. And then we can't import anything else just yet. Sims like normal. Pretty sure there's a way to see who likes us if you go into our diplomacy. There is, yes, actually. You are correct, Mike. We can organise it by their opinion of us. Not many people like us, to be perfectly honest, and a lot of them are republics. Apparently Siculia is not a republic. She has a husband, though. And they are Latin, by the looks of things. Or they're Siculian, not Greek. So it would either be Siculia, Epirus, Phrygia, and that's it. And we've checked all three. Happy to see that someone plays Sparta on the game. It's my favourite kingdom. Your English is perfectly fine, Swinder. Don't worry about it, man. The Olympic Games! Once more, the renowned Olympic Games are due to occur in the city of Olympia. The traditions surrounding these games are ancient, reputedly dating back to the days of mighty Heracles himself, and they are an occasion in which all of Greece rejoices. It is our custom to send the proudest, most able young Spartan athletes to compete on our behalf. We believe we have found two ideal candidates, a prisoner desperate for redemption by the name of Kephisophon, and a stout fellow who calls himself Amphoteros. Which of these fine athletes should we send to compete in the games? Send the prisoner, says Mike. Kephisophon Gorgid. His ambition is to escape prison. I'm not really sure that sending him to the Olympics is a great idea. Twantoni saying send the prisoner, he wants redemption. Alright, that's 2 votes for sending Kephisophon. I guess we'll send him. You're not one of the options, Lissa. We're going to send Kephisophon, since Mike and Twantoni have both voted for him. We'll see if he comes back. I don't think he will. Let's have the Navy go pick up the reserves. There we go. Now the Spartan Reserve Army is back on mainland Greece. We should probably be looking at who else we're gonna take on. Who are you in a defensive league with? Plenty of people, including Epirus. That is interesting. And Aetolia. Amphisa and Dyne. Okay. What about these people? Oh, this is Petrai. And they're allied with Macedon, so we probably don't want to attack them. What about Hermione? Allied with Macedon. Oh, shit. I think we've reached the point where Macedon is going to be a big fudging problem. Are Macedon in any wars right now? Yes, they're in war with Dindaria, whoever they are. Oh, they're above them. Dardania, Scordesia, and the Byzantine Revolt. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. We are allied with... No, that's Macedon, not us. We are allied with Kydonia and Phrygia. Phrygia are presently at war with the Lyciani revolt and the Phrygian revolt. But I think they may be winning those wars. I don't know where the Lyciani revolt is. I think the next time Phrygia declares war on Macedon, we might want to try and get in on that war, but it potentially is going to get us killed. Although saying that, we could potentially, how many cohorts do Epirus have? 16. We could potentially eat some of these guys first, because they're only allied with Aetolia and Epirus. You know what? Let's fabricate some claims. You are allied with Macedon. What about you? You're in a defensive league with Patrai, is that it? Oh, we definitely want to claim on your stuff. Do we have a claim on your stuff? No. Let's get one. Just going to claim everything in the south of Greece that isn't owned by Macedon. On my first part, I forgot to look at who was in an alliance with whom. I attacked a small defenseless region, and when I turned around I saw armies of 20k attacking my territory. That's the risk if you're not careful in this one, for sure. The Olympic Games concluded. The great Olympic Games have come to an end with much rejoicing and celebration. The highlight of this year's games was during the prestigious chariot race, the Synoris. Nicodorus of Phasis saved a fellow competitor from almost certain death when his chariot was overturned in the dusty mayhem of the race. Overall, the victor was declared to be Kallinis Orestid of Olbia, a first-time winner of the Olympics whose brawn, virility and Heraclean vigour are beyond compare. He will go down in the annals of history as a champion of the Olympiad. Will he though? Will he really? Zakynthos, I've been there. It's owned by Aetolia. Oh, hello Aetolia. We may want to fabricate claims on your territory in Achaea as well then, so we can take Zakynthos. Have an army of 18,000. That's not a massive amount. Did you win, Lissa? No. Our guy did not win. Okay, we can import something else now. Can we import more salt? No, we cannot. Can we import more base metals? Yes, we can. So I'm going to try and import some more base metals, because that gives us a capital surplus, which gives us 10% light infantry offense. Hooray! Patronage of the arts. Basileus is expected to be the patron of the arts. Artistic depictions of the Basileus cement legitimacy in the eyes of the people. Styled in the manner of popular gods and heroes, these sculptures, paintings and murals are often worth their hefty price. And a hefty price it is indeed. It would cost us 56.77 gold, which we do not have. But what do you guys think we should do? Think you'll be fine without it? Tony saying too much. This is a frivolous expense. Mike and Tony declaring the frivolous expense there. Keep letting things tick over for the time being. On my second I was playing Rome, I was capturing all of Italy and Great Greece, when suddenly a Roman revolt while Carthage went to war. Oh dear. Rhodes asking for an alliance again. I really do not think we're going to benefit by allying with Rhodes, because they are highly likely to get attacked by Phrygia. And we definitely do not want Phrygia to be upset with us. What do we think, guys? Are they a monarch? Then no. Don't do it. Yeah. We'll decline. We don't want to upset Phrygia. Where are we at with the missions? I think we're expanding the infrastructure. We need to do one of those other things in Laconia first. Which costs us 80 political influence. I think we're going to commission a heroic fleas, whatever the fuck one of them is. Because we need to do one of the other things so that we can get this mission done and move forward. Oh, Phrygia is calling us to arms. Who did they go to war with? Paphlagonia? Where the fuck do they live? Heraclea Pontica. They live to the north of them. Amisos and Paphlagonia. They all live to the north of them, so... Yep, that's who they're calling us in against. I think we go with it, because I don't even think we're in danger of being attacked. We might even want to try sail over there and take some stuff off them. Phrygia scares me so much when I play Sparta. I have the impression that at any moment my game can end on a raid by their army. Probably could. It's wise to see them as a threat. So I'm doing a new challenge in The Sims by only using custom content, and they are so pretty. That's awesome. We're going to accept this. Part of me really wants to sail over here and try and grab like a colony or something. But it's a long way to sail. Cool, that's all except one of our claims. What the fudge? Low army maintenance. Oh yeah, we know about that. That's fine. Granary fire. It has come to our attention that one of the main grain stores of the province of Crete was engulfed in an unfortunate conflagration last night, along with much of the stockpile contained within. We can rebuild the stockpile, but some officials argue the size of the reserve was not necessary and would rather the money was spent elsewhere. What do we think, guys? Honestly wouldn't do it. Fair enough, we'll go with Mike. It is unwise to tempt the gods a second time. You need the money so you don't go into a deficit during war. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and build up a buffer of at least 100 gold. Treatment successful! Leonidas Agiad has been receiving treatment for an ailment for some time now, thanks to the superb skill of Lysandridas Hikatacid, who oversees the mysterious medical arts. It would seem that a full recovery has been made. Apparently he's recovered from arthritis. There we go, there's the last claim. Do you have anyone of age to marry Leo? I don't think we do. Yeah, it says no possible characters. Plus even he's, or it was going down, I guess, because he had arthritis, but it's going to go back up now. I think they need to be 17. I think it's 15 actually. Oh, so did you mean like, see if we've got anybody who's going to come of age? I think it's going to be a while. Apparently Simon is going to be the first one to come of age. This is rough. It is a little. We are playing with gender rules turned off, so technically Leonidas' daughters can inherit, but obviously they usually inherit second to a male. Menelaus Euryclid has died of a heart attack age 81. He was the head of the Euryclid family, the Epiproxenos, and he was a pretender to become Basileus. Well, that has opened up the position of Epiproxenos. The office is the monarch's chief diplomat responsible for the reputation of the ruler and state in foreign courts. Okay, let's go see who our researcher in that field is. He's got an 8 and 44%, and he's 42. I think Andronikos Spartakid is going to be replaced as a researcher and made the Epiproxenos, to be honest. Do you have a bloodline as Sparta? That's a good question. I don't think we do. No, we don't have a bloodline, so... I mean, we could always adopt too. Yes, okay, so technology. Andronikos is going to be replaced as the researcher. We shall replace him with Kalini's Sparta kid because he's got the best potential and is the youngest overall. So his statesmanship's going to build up higher than it would for these two. So Kalini's Sparta kid will become the new oratory researcher, or oratory researcher. And Andronikos Sparta kid will be appointed Epiproxenos. Stability has increased. Wonderful. Good, good, good. Rome is not doing particularly well. The Hellenic local power of Hermione declared war upon the Hellenistic city-state of Kydonia. Oh, that was a bad decision, Hermione. Let's not forget to return our army and fort maintenances to where they should be. We'll keep fleet lowered for now. Deploy the Spartan army and the Spartan reserve army. Yes, that's right, you will leave. Are we expanding yet, Son? We may be able to here because Hermione declared war on Kydonia, which has put them at war with us. It has come to our attention that a pirate lair has sprung up in Hirapitna. The local merchants and traders clamour for us to root out these pirates so that their trade ships can continue to sail along our shores unmolested. An advisor of Arius comes up to him and says, "My Basileus, I have a cunning plan." I bought the 8 movie set, but instead of adding the extra bonus scenes I have to watch it separate. The 8 movie set for what? Did I miss something, Tony? Fuck off, Baldrick. Corey, welcome to the stream, buddy. How you doing? What do we do about these pirates, guys? Oh, Harry Potter. I see. Duh! Harry Potter! Harry Potter? Get rid of them, says Mike. We'll get rid of them. Oh dear. The forces of Hermione are not doing well. Let's move the Royal Spartan Army to there. I don't know if they've even got any forts. Oh, they do. They have at least one. Okay. Oh, looks like they've got two. Who owns Aegina? That's Phrygia. What is it? Yeah. Aegina. I want an all-Scottish reshoot of Harry Potter. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, this war looks like it's going to be pretty simple. I'm hoping we can get the territory out of this. The siege of Troyzen is won. And that's just a question of waiting for the siege of Hermione. Hey. Which we are now sacking Hermione. Arius the First Agiad has led his men to glorious victory during the siege of Hermione. The enemy flee in disgrace, and all that is left to decide on is how to treat the residents within. Needless to say, the spoils of war are likely to cause those back in Sparta to admire Arius greatly, but leaving such wealth in the hands of one man could cause problems in future. Ends half an hour in when Dumbledore tells Voldemort to get to fuck and glasses him. Let the men roam. That does not appear to have won the war. Does Hermione have territory we are on a... Whoa! Hello! Did they call Macedon into this shit? They did. They called Macedon into this shit. Oh, fucking Jesus. Wonderful. Macedon's involved. We've completed, or we can complete, expanding the infrastructure, so let's do that. Though our nation has faltered under the threats from foreign nations several times these last years, we are slowly restoring Sparta to its former glory. No longer will the Thebans, Macedonians, or Athenians hinder our rightful rule of Laconia. Another step in the right direction. Hi, Phrygia. Do you maybe want to come and help out? We're already at war with the same enemies. Well, except we're not, because we're at war with fucking Macedon. Spartan men can be completed. Oh, excellent. The men of Sparta have been raised as warriors since the time of our grandfathers' grandfathers, protecting our nation from foreign threats and bringing us honor on the battlefield. Now a new generation of Spartans will have to rise to the occasion, as our nation is assailed from every side. They are our pride and glory. If we build 5 more ships, we basically finish the mission chain, I think. So I think we're just going to build 5 more ships. Trade influx. Our trade agreement with Kydonia has yielded a splendid return on investment. Along with the flow of wealth between our two states, the movement of people is accelerating. Our city of Tarha has been blessed with a wave of fresh migrants who believe they stand a better chance of building their lives in Sparta. Who are we to deny them? What do we reckon, guys? Chris, welcome to the stream. Every Thursday, bud. Every Thursday will be Imperator Rome. Strike the earth, says Mike. Always strike the earth, says Chris. Very well, we shall strike the earth. Not that Kydonia with 15,000 Macedonians sitting on their head are going to do much about anything, to be honest. Roads, go away. We don't want to be friends with you. The sacking of Corinthos. I'm not going to read it again because we've read it once, but what do we think, guys? Yeah, every Thursday at 8 o'clock GMT or BST, whichever one it happens to be. 8 o'clock my local time, basically. Arya is here. Mike saying let the men roam. Let the men roam freely. And then we're going to move on to Megara in Attica. We're going to try and besiege some of this shiz. We should probably go and rescue Kydonia, to be honest. The treasury of Bicon Spartakid. It seems Bicon Spartakid has gotten his hands on a lot of wealth, as he has started investing in a great deal of silver into building a reputation for himself lately. Though it is unclear exactly where he found these riches, his efforts are surprisingly effective. With his increased popularity, Bicon has started vying for a more powerful position in Sparta, shamelessly comparing himself to our Basileus, Arius I Agiad. What do we think, guys? Think we need more cowbell. Well, Cam, welcome to the stream. Apparently Lissa's going ballistic with her mod powers and just deleting shit that Chris says. Chris says share. Time to share with the rest of us, Bicon. I feel like if they take Kydonia, they're going to have like 100% war score, because that's the objective, right, is Kydonia. Arius I Agiad, wary of losing favour with the local population, has decided to give in to its demands. After a year of preparation, he is finally ready to attack. His advisors cannot agree, however, on whether it would be best to attack them by land or by sea. We're talking about the pirates here that we promised to wipe out. What do we think, guys? Ryan, Demodamus is the admiral of the navy. What does Demodamus think? Everybody's saying go the overland route. Although I like the thinking of getting your navy experience. I think overland has swung it just about, so we're going to go with that. Going to get the fleet together. Hey, Spartan ports can be completed. We have been approached by a local hero of Laconia who is known for his expertise at sea. Phrynikos Philaidai. Philaidai? As our navy is growing, we are going to find good use of his skills. Sparta has often been seen as a landlocked nation despite our proximity to the sea. It is time to put an end to that myth. Perfect timing, Phrynikos. And that means that we can now complete this set of missions, the Spartan Restoration, with Laconian strength. Nice. Complete Spartan Restoration. Despite the troubles of the last century with the appearance of dangerous foreign threats like Thebes and Macedon, the loss of many of our local subjects and the independence of Messenia, we have once again risen to prominence, with Laconia thoroughly in our control, and our old friends and subjects once again loyal. We start looking outwards from our local region and towards distant lands. Be it Athens, Thebes, the Diadochi, or any other threat, They will not be able to stand in our way as we look to the future. It is time for Sparta to take the center stage in regional politics again. Interesting. The protector of the Peloponnesus. I don't know which one of these is technically smaller. I feel like the Peloponnesus is, but I'm not sure. Yeah, with all the peninsula, so that's got to be this, right? It's got to be the bottom end of Greece. It has long been a goal of ours to form a hegemony with the Peloponnesus, a league to protect against ambitious foreigners. With all of the peninsula under our rule, we would no longer have to fear the other Greek city-states and leagues, nor the Diadochi. Or Diadochi, sorry. Let's start that. Elean barbarians. Oh, this is going to give us claims on shit that we've already been fabricating claims on. I've come to a decision. I am now Nero. I appoint my loyal horse a senator and order Rome burned to the ground immediately so I can play a harp with the proper atmosphere. The upper one is a DLC one, so I would do that. Cool. Apparently we can already do attending the Argives. The province of Arcadia has a province loyalty of at least 90. We have long struggled to get the Argive population under control, and they continue to oppose our rule at every turn. Setting aside a large group of men to guard the area seems to have worked, and we are finally starting to get everything under control in Argos. It is about time. Rebuilding Argos. Which we can already do immediately. I'm not going to do it just yet though, because it will cost us 100 gold. So we're going to start doing those when we've got this war squared away. Bring the ships in! We are also going to need to put fleet maintenance back up. So we're going to start losing money right now, but that's fine. Bring the fleet up here to pick up the armies. Because I really do not want Macedon to be able to win this war. I want to try and take territory here. But we may have left this too late. Oh no! In the midst of a war with Macedon! A new Basileus, Leonidas I Agiad, rose to the throne and will now rule our glorious nation. The gods are weeping over the passing of Arius I Agiad. Arius I Agiad has died of dysentery at the age of 82. He was the Basileus of Sparta. F's in chat for our god king Arius, guys. I love that you are just nonplussed by my statements anymore. I mean, you know, I'm used to this shit now, Cam. Where the fuck are you coming from? And where are you what the fuck? Alright, that's gonna mix things up a little bit. Apparently, Macedon have taken Kydonia. Did I move the wrong fucking boat? I think I did. You know what? Right, let's merge these fleets. And we're going to go and land back over here because we're going to have to swap the commanders around because Arius is gone. So the Royal Spartan Army no longer has a commander. We are going to... Leonidas is going to command the Royal Spartan Army, but that means we're going to need somebody to command the Reserve Army. And Leonidas does not yet have a son. So, do we attempt to adopt a son for Leonidas? let me just go here and say... no, it's fine. We'll leave him on the list. If we do arrange adoption, I think it's all of the non-major family people. So what we want here is we want somebody who is not from a great family, who is male. In order of age, the other way around. What happened to me, Ryan? You're still alive, you're Demadamus. But you're in, you're a member of the Sosiclid family now, right? I say check one more time for possible marriages, and if none are available, adopt. I mean... Alright, we'll give it a go. Diplomacy. In order of who likes us the most. Cadonia is a republic, Phrygia is a monarchy. So now we want female from the leading family. I mean, I think we're going to struggle here, Mike, to be honest, bud. Hi, Epirus. Do you happen to have any available women? Oh, it has to be from Ruler's family, doesn't it? Does it have to be Ruler or Great? Ryan, go to sleep, man. Yes, you are the head of the navy. It has to be from the Ruler's family. Okay, yeah, that... There's Fanagora Ayakidai here, who is almost of age. Her birthday is the 29th of March. And I think they can get married at 15. Yeah, greater or equal to 15. So on the 29th of March the next year, we could potentially marry her. What about the 24-year-old? The 24-year-old that it said was somebody's wife? She is the wife of the researcher. As most of these people are. I reckon we can wait a year and then try and marry Fanagora. So